Hey there, thought I'd bring you a quick video about the key concepts or the primal principles of living a primal or paleo diet, just so that it sort of helps to have a bit of theory behind it. Even though you're practicing it and you're feeling great and you know it's working, sometimes it's just good to know why. So if someone says to you, why don't you eat grains, or why don't you come to the gym and work out for 2 hours every day like me, then you've got some thing to tell them, just some theory behind the practice. Is always a really cool idea. So there's 8 primal principles that I'm going to run through with you as quickly as possible and in as simple a terms as possible, because this is all about doing and making sure that we don't get overwhelmed and bogged down in the detail. So the first primal principle is that epigenetics are everywhere. Epigenetics is a fancy word which just means over and above the gene. Now we all know genes, right? We all know that it's in your genes, and there are fixed heritable traits, like I've got brown hair. I'm never going to suddenly have blonde hair just because I don't eat grains, and I'm never going to grow any taller. But there are genes, so there's the fixed ones, but there's genes that are like switched on and switched off minute to minute, second to second. It's how the body gives information around in the body, cell to cell, and they're switched on by diet and lifestyle. So if you have got a family history of heart disease, cancer, bowel cancer, you think you're going to be fat because your mum's fat, I'm here to tell you that's been scientifically proven that we can change, we can reprogram. It's simply that we can reprogram our genes just by changing the way that we live and the food that we eat. So it's all about epigenetics, which you might have heard of and thought, what's that? Now you know. Primal principle number 2 is that our ancestors aced it. So they lived long, dropped dead. They didn't slowly waste away of disease like we do in this society, like diabetes, cancer, heart disease, all those other things that everyone's got a relative that's passing away of. Horrible, horrible way to go. And for the rest of our lives, most of us are living in complete pain, chronic inflammation. In Pete Evans' The Magic Pill, they showed an Aboriginal tribe, and they said to the Aboriginal tribe, what do most people die of? And they were saying things like, oh, diabetes, heart disease, cancer. And then they said, when white man came, what did they die of? And it was mostly the infectious diseases like tuberculosis, that kind of thing. And then they said, before white man, they said, killed each other from fighting. So it's like, before that, before we came and screwed things up by saying, eat these lovely white flowery products, it was the same here in Australia. So our ancestors aced it, so we want to get back to that diet of plants and animals, which is really what we thrive on and we were doing very well on until the dawn of agriculture, when we screwed it up. Primal principle number 3 is that fat is your fab fuel. Your body actually prefers to burn fat as a fuel over carbohydrates, and your emotional intelligence will prefer it too, because when you're a sugar burner, it's a bit of a roller coaster of ups and downs, lots of insulin produced, lots of trying to rebalance, lots of stress and cortisol coursing through the body all the time. Whereas when you're a fat burner, you have what is known as fat burning freedom, where you're not just like chained to, you can actually leave the house without having to take a snack. I know. And you can go for longer periods of time without getting cranky and hangry and being a general pain in the ass. So it's good. So fat is your friend and is your new fuel. Primal principle number 4, 80% of how you look is based on what you eat. So if there's one thing you're going to focus on the food. Nail the food. Primal principle number 5, go against the grain. Ditch the grains. There's nothing in grains. There's no nutrient that's specific to grains that we can't get from other, I think my spell's going to turn on in a minute, that we can't get from other foods, okay? So if you want fibre, eat leafy vegetables. Grains not necessary, and actually grains deplete our body of quite a lot of the minerals that we need due to the fact that they're full of anti-nutrients, so lectins and phytates. We don't need them. Don't need grains. There is nobody on this planet with grain deficiency. Primal principle number 6, this is the best one. Fat and cholesterol are your friend. All of our lives, I remember, first hearing the message about fat and how it's going to kill us. It's not true. It's been proved not to be true, and it's actually fat combined with sugar that causes the heart disease. So it's sugar that makes you fat, not fat. Fat won't make you fat, which is great. So don't worry about that. And cholesterol is a vital molecule. We need it. Treating high cholesterol is like going up to fireys, what do you call them? Firemen at a fire and saying, hey, you've caused this fire. That's not the case. That's a good analogy, right? It's a good one. So fat and cholesterol are your friend. Don't worry about it. Eat the fat. Primal principle number 7, exercise doesn't make you lose weight. Hallelujah. All those years of punishing yourself at the gym because you made the wrong food choices the day before, don't need to do that anymore because it doesn't even work. Our body is so effective and efficient at, burning fuel. So, you know, like it takes, I don't know, 3 hours on the treadmill to burn off a Mars bar. That's what I mean. We don't burn calories that quickly and that easily. So stop exercising to lose weight. There's a myriad of 11 billion other reasons that we should exercise. And yes, we absolutely must move our bodies because it's what our genes expect of us. Our genes didn't expect us just to sit on a couch and eat carbohydrates all day. So, but don't do the workouts just to lose weight because it won't work. The food is what helps you lose the weight, and the sleep. And finally, number 8 primal principle is short, sharp workouts are the go. So we're ditching those chronic cardio workouts. And when I say chronic cardio, that's a Marxism term, not an H term. Marxism terms workouts that are too long, done too often, that are too hard without enough rest in between is what's known as chronic cardio, and it's actually a massive stress on the body, and all of the things that you're trying to achieve by doing exercise, it actually contraindicates. So it can lead to burnout, it can lead to you not getting any stronger because you're just worn out and exhausted. It increases inflammation because it's a big stress on the body, and it can actually make you gain weight if you exercise too hard out. So there you go. It's good to know. And that's it. So feel free, this video is like less than 8 minutes long. Feel free to revisit this if you just want to get clarification on any of the other points, or you just want to have a little bit more primal knowledge under your cap. Hope this has been helpful. Bye for now.